heart of love. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallahu. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallahu. Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallahu. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. La ilaha illallahu. La ilaha illallahu. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ishq Allah, Ma'bud Allah. Ooh, into the heart of each other, welcoming each other into this sacred moment. Ooh, to you, to you, into the heart of the one, interconnectedness. Welcome everyone. So I'm here with my friend Shakti and Tamal in their home, and Abraham is in Royalston with Karim Yuso, and we're so grateful that we can be all together over space and time together here, and have a place that's home wherever we are, that we find that common home space together. So let's do the invocation, and I think we'll start by traveling around a little bit. Let's go to our friend Gulistan in Russia. If you would, Gulistan.
Совершенству любви, гармонии и красоты, единственно сущему, объединяясь со всеми просветленными душами, которые образуют воплощение Мастера, путеводный дух. Аминь.
Amen. And Asaf, I saw that you are, or see that you are here. Could you share in Italian?
Verso l'uno, la perfezione di amore, armonia e bellezza, l'essere unico, uniti a tutte le anime illuminate che formano l'incarnazione del Maestro, lo spirito della guida.
And let's see, Shafia, would you like to share? Thank you.
Jedinému. Perfektnosť lásky, harmonie a krásy. Jediná bytosť, spojená so všetkými osvietenými dušami, ktoré tvoria stelesnenie Pána, ducha vedenia.
Thank you. And if there's someone here who knows it and is native to Spanish and you'd like to share, that would be lovely. I can't see you, but you might be here.
Hacia el uno, la perfección del amor, la armonía y la belleza. El ser único, unido a todas las almas iluminadas que forman el cuerpo del maestro. El espíritu guía.
Thank you. Who are you?
Anna Gabi.
Anna Gabi.
Ana Gaby.
Thank you. Mexico. I think that might cover our languages here. Although if you are here and speak another language and know let's ask Kareem. Would you share, please? Thank you.
Kohti yhtä, rakkauden, harmonian ja kauneuden täydellisyyttä, ainoa oleva, yhdistyen kaikkien valaistuneiden sielujen kanssa, jotka muodostavat mestarin ruumiillistuman, hengen ohjauksen.
Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of Guidance. And all together the Bismillah. Bismillah, Rahman, Rahim. And now we go to Abraham and Kareem in Royalston.
Good morning, friends. This life is such a mystery. We are united, we are one life, and yet we are in many places, in many bodies, in many nations, many species, with one life. So we remember that the link of the unity of the one life is the breath. So we breathe together with this realization that this is one breath breathing us. So we breathe through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose, invoking healing with the phrase Ya Shafi on the in-breath and Ya Kafi on the out-breath. Healing for the earth element of our nature, the soil, the rock, our stability, our groundedness. Now we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, invoking healing for the water element of our nature, our fluidity, our own capacity to flow, the blood, the tears, the feeling, the mother, the moon, the ocean. Envisioning the cleansing of the water of the planet, of the rivers and the lakes and the streams. Now breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose, tuning to the fire element, the passion, the alchemy of transformation. The radiance that comes from the awakened heart within, that generates life and warmth and love. Can consciously tune to ourselves as that generator of light and warmth and love. Now breathing in through the mouth, out through the mouth, refined breath, tuning to the air element, the birds, the wings of our heart, our capacity to be raised up spiritually, lifted by our ideals. And the ether breath, tuning to the inward silence and stillness, breathing with the nose and the mouth and the skin of the whole body, but without any motion. Invoking healing for our atmosphere. In the prayer Nayaz, let's start in Russia, Gulistan, пожалуйста.
Возлюбленный Господь, всемогущий Бог, лучами солнца, волнами воздуха, все проникающие в пространстве жизни, очисти и оживи нас, и мы молим, исцели наши тела, сердца и души.
Спасибо. Ana Gaby, en español, por favor.
Amado Dios Todopoderoso, a través de los rayos del sol, a través de las ondas del aire, a través de la vida que todo lo impregna en el espacio, purifícanos, revivifícanos, sana nuestros cuerpos, corazones y almas. Amén.
Gracias. In English. Beloved Lord, Almighty God, through the rays of the sun, through the waves of the air, through the all-pervading life in space, purify
and
revivify us, and we pray, heal our body, heart, and soul. Amen.
So we are going to continue with this beautiful expression, Ishkala Mabud Lala, or Allah. God is love. Ishq is this quality of energy that interconnects. It's the stuff that interconnects everything that we could call love. Love is the interconnective tissue in the world as we know it and don't know it, in the seen and unseen world. Ish. And we swoop the heart with it, opening this place inside of ourself, holding, awakening to this intrinsic energy in us. Ishkala Mabud Allah. Ishkala Mabud Allah. Ishq Allah 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 Mabud Allah. Allah, Ishq Allah, Mabud 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 Allah. I'm putting this beautiful phrase on your breath. We're sweeping out the chambers of our heart, emptying of everything that can be emptied until this original wisdom fills the space, welcoming this original wisdom. Ishq Allah, Mabud Allah. Amin. Amin.
Over the last month or two, we have been very blessed with the very regular presence of the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, beautiful Vietnamese Buddhist teacher who brought so much wisdom and life into this planet. And in his passing, the love around him that he had generated through the Sangha that he, in Plum Village in France and in Vietnam, is so palpable, and it's been very well shared with all of us through different Zoom gatherings. And one expression of the depth of their practice is a invocation of Avalokiteshvara, of the divinity of compassion, of infinite compassion. and they do a chant together. At some point, maybe Shakti can put the link to they're doing it for 22 minutes in Plum Village, and we've been doing it with them very regularly, and it's a very, very deep practice invoking the heart. The heart is everything. The whole spiritual life is nothing more or less than the awakened heart. And when we do a practice that opens our heart so we feel with compassion the condition of the world, and we hold it with an open heart, this is a blessing, and this is our practice. So this chant is very simple. Namo Valo Kiteshvara, but it's done very slow and very inwardly. Karim is here with me. He had the grace to live in a Sangha in New Zealand with from that lineage, and this practice is very much in him also, so we'll share it together.
The words are on the chat.
Namo Valo Kitesh Varaya. 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 Please sing along. Namo Valo Kitesh Varaya. Namo Valo Kitesh Varaya. Valo Kitesh Varaya Namo 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 Valo Kitesh Can take that practice into a period of silence, breathing compassion into the heart, breathing out compassion from the heart. Not turning away from all the suffering, not denying all the suffering, but opening our heart to feel and engage with the whole of life. Swaha. Swaha. We turn to Halima and Shakti and Tamal.
I'm struck by this word engagement. You know how we engage. It's really to make a commitment to be present with everything that's happening and to hold it in the heart of compassion and in our own living, breathing heart. Compassion. Here's a poem from a woman named Jilan Harkin. It's called The
Unknown caller.
Whoops, thank you. God's Calling. Maybe, inshallah. Okay. It's called The Worst Thing. And it's from a book called Susceptible to Light. The worst thing we ever did was put God in the sky out of reach. Pulling the divinity from the leaf, sifting out the holy from our bones, insisting that God is not bursting dazzlement. Through everything we've made, a hard commitment to see as ordinary. Stripping the sacred from everywhere to put in the cloud man elsewhere. Prying closeness from your heart. The worst thing we ever did was take the dance and song out of prayer. Made it sit up straight and cross its legs. Removed it of rejoicing, wiped clean its hip sway, its questions, its ecstatic yowl, and its tears. The worst thing we ever did is pretend that God is not the easiest thing in the universe, available to every soul and every breath. So in the affirmative, you know, the best thing that we can do. I'm just going to go back here. Is to know that God is within reach. Is to put the divinity in every leaf and keep the holy in our bones. To know that God is bursting dazzlement in every ordinary moment, and that the sacred is everywhere, close in our heart. That dance and song are prayer in all movement, rejoicing in this life in all ways, in tears and ecstatic moments. That God is present, available now, here, in this breath, to every soul. So let's go on gallery view. And, you know, just hold this sense of divinity present, this breath. And there we are. And let's take this breath of God and see in each other. Be present with yourself here, regardless of circumstances, regardless of whatever the millions of things that are happening in our lives, that in the core of our being here now, Here's something holy. And we hold that with each other. You know, we offer a protection for that, that we hold this in our being. And let's just with a breath, this beautiful breath of God that's always present. We just into the hearts of each other. And also to receive it. One more. Just on the breath, feeling this breath of presence, breath of compassion, breath of being for all beings. And in our circle, we're reaching, we're blowing this breath from Russia, different parts of Russia, different homes in Russia, and Australia, and New Zealand, all over the US and Mexico, and Chile, I think, Colombia. People who have done lots of work in Haiti, have a foot in Haiti, heart in Haiti. Just holding this big heart, common heart that we share. Presence. Engaged in this moment, active in this moment. I'm really taken with this word, engaged at the moment. He was kind of activated. It's such an important time in our world to take our practice and bring it into what we do every day with each other, to make the world a little bit better, positive, to practice the medicine that we long for in our own life with each other. To hear the birds and the wind blowing the leaves, and the same wind around the world. Birds travel so far. These little teeny birds travel so far. On and the currents that surround our planet, the waters moving, circulating, our waters circulating, all holy ground. And share poem, Shakti?
Yes, I want to share a poem that was written by Sue Littlefield, and we put it in the newsletter this week. It's called Touchstone. Transforming the great suffering requires individual resolution. Upholding inner integrity and harmony is the foundation of a unified resolution. Love what erupts within as a touchstone for this great revisioning. When the riptide of communal terror takes our body past its ability to breathe, recognize empathetic resonance. When the outrage against violence reflects our inner mirror of privilege, acknowledge our own body's response to powerlessness. When the broken tears of millions incapacitates our body to decipher who is grieving, remember all hearts are one. May we be in right rhythm with our innate longing to reach out to heal injustice and the call for benevolent refuge from the overwhelm of universal pain, and the call for how do you say that? Benevolent call for benevolent refuge from the overwhelm of universal pain. As we extend our kind hearts into this great field, whether through sacred prayer or feet on the street, may we dedicate our practice to reunite our personal divisions, to aid to the rebirth of humanity, reveal, love, transform inside and out for the evolution of all. Susan Littlefield.
Our beloved local poet. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, shall we go to Abraham and Kareem?
Well,
You're muted.
let's open it up to our circle and invite or offering
Poetry. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
refuge in our wisdom. Who's there?
Hello, it's Guranam from West Palm Beach, Florida. This little haiku, I think, in 17 syllables, repeats the beautiful poetry that we just heard. Moment by moment, align with the frequency that many call God.
Do that again.
Moment by moment, align with the frequency that many call God.
Sandra here. I have a haiku from this last weekend. Don't go down that hole. Try another way. Remember, the white sky awaits.
Thank you.
decor here. I have a Kabir poem from Robert Bly, translated. Inside this clay jug, there are canyons and pine mountains, and the makers of canyons and pine mountains. All 7 oceans are inside, and hundreds of millions of stars. The acid that tests gold is there, and the one who judges jewels, and the music from the strings no one touches, and the source of all water. If you want the truth, I will tell you the truth. Friend, listen, the God or goddess whom I love is inside.
Thank you, Robert.
You know, as we are listening, let's go to gallery view, because then we'll have a better sense of our whole group here.
I have one. It's Prajna.
Hi, Prajna.
Presence, breath, flowing. Compassion leads heart forward. Engage with whole life.
Thank you.
Spirit of peace, to your cause we give our strength, that love may reign and wars may cease. Near, near, near.
One more time. The beautiful.
Spirit of peace, to your cause we give our strength, that love may reign and wars may cease. Near, near, near.
May it be so. Anybody else, friends?
Thank you for gathering, friends. We want to mention that we will, besides every Tuesday morning, we will have a Samasanga gathering on Saturday, June 4th at 1 p.m. We'll send that out in the newsletter.
And by newsletter, he means the Tuesday invitation.
Yeah.
Shakti, well, so you may not know it, but Shakti has been the genius behind the formation of that letter, and kind of weaves in beautiful poetry now, and so it's turning into something beyond just a reminder about this meeting. It has poetry and art, and sometimes your own haiku might show up on it. If you send us your haikus, which you're very welcome to do. And we'll put, you know, of course we would let people know that you wrote it if we post it. Don't send it to us if you don't want it to go. So thank you for joining us. We meet.
Let's dedicate.
Let's dedicate. Abraham, why don't you hold the post for this?
Okay. Maybe we start in Ukraine. I don't know if Olga and Waduda, are you able to unmute? No. Okay. Maybe Gulistan in Russia. Dedication.
Да будут счастливы все, да будут все блаженны. Мир, мир, мир.
Spasiba. How about Lalo Akbar and Azu in Mexico in Espanol?
Y todos los seres están bien, que todos sean felices. Paz, paz, paz.
Muchas gracias. And may all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace,
So let's all unmute and we'll just very slowly do one more piece and softly so we don't do it.
Thank you.
Amin, amin, friends. Have a full rest of your day, evening. Be well, everyone.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shakur.
Thank you.
Documentary.